Good evening, dear associate members. When we started in October 2020, elected from a public AGM of the associate members for the first time in Sri Lankan New South Wales Catholic Association history, we thought we were just coming out of the global COVID pandemic and we were excited to start. A little did we know that only a couple of months later, a second wave of COVID would be spreading around the world. It finally hit Australian shores in the early this year, 2021, and ultimately putting our society into a complete lockdown, making it worse than the first COVID outbreak we saw in 2020. However, I am very proud to say that our committee did not lose any hope. We bounced back with many new initiatives, supporting our Sri Lankan Catholic community to keep the community spirit alive. Elected to the executive committee with 9 brand new members and 3 past members, I can confidently say that year 2021 committee was the best change that had ever happened to the association, especially in these difficult times. We had significant achievements while maintaining a good relationship with our Sri Lankan chaplain, with each other in the executive committee, with you, the associate members, and the broader community. We managed to come up with new ways to deliver our services to you when we hit the lockdown situation. We in fact increased our services by placing weekly Sunday masses online during the whole lockdown period for nearly 4 months. Most of you know how much effort we put into prepare our masses to provide that spiritual quality, and that was the same with our online masses. I thank our Vice President of Religious Activities, Brian Fernando, for getting up to speed very quickly, from not having organized masses to becoming an expert in organizing them, especially during the online masses in lockdown. Maximizing the active participation of everyone is our utmost goal. Most of you have witnessed this in our masses, as is so many different new and old faces taking part in reading and singing. Our Sri Lankan chaplain, Reverend Father Ruwan Pradeep, has been instrumental delivering these more frequent religious services. And he hasn't put us down in any of our requests and always made time for us, giving us priority. We humbly thank Reverend Father Ruwan. Without you, we couldn't have done it. We identified the current needs of our community in this difficult lockdown period. Not only we had so many new ideas, we managed to deliver some of those successfully. The recent Spring Fiesta, a night of lockdown relief with music and other entertainment, which was very well received by our community. Some even asked to make it an annual event. And the trivia night were 2 of those new ideas we implemented. I thank our Vice President, Social and Financial Activities, Priyesh Gunasekara, who is passionate and was fully committed to make these events come to life. We also identified that our fellow brothers and sisters in our motherland, Sri Lanka, is suffering badly due to COVID, and we acted swiftly to organize our biggest project in 2021, the COVID fundraiser. A massive effort has gone to this by everyone during the month of June and July, and we were astonished by the outpouring generosity of donations received from our community, raising over 15,000 in just 2 to 3 weeks. And we are proud to say that we were one of the leading community associations in New South Wales to act swiftly for this great cause. When we then combined our food fair fundraiser, which we already planned to have at this time, and decided to use all that funds raised from the food fair towards our COVID fundraiser. Food fair by itself raised over $21,000, making the total funds donated through our COVID fundraiser close to a massive $37,000. Our social committee, Campin Fernando, Shehan Fernando, and Claude Pereira, led by Priyesh Gunasekara, along with everyone in the committee, put a lot of effort to this success. And the most beautiful aspect of this food fair was that the association simply didn't need to cover any of the costs, as our community of generous donors covered those expenses, making us able to donate the full profit of it to purchase the life-saving medical equipment to few hospitals in Sri Lanka. An army of generous helpers and donors contributed to this success, and there were too many to mention by names in this report, but we humbly thank you all for your generosity and support. We have been very transparent on this transaction, just like any other transactions we did, by organizing multiple donation ceremonies in Sri Lanka, and we celebrated this success with you, thanking God with a Thanksgiving Mass. As you know, we have been extremely blessed by God in order to run our food fair just a few days before we went to a lockdown. These financial liable projects, as well as our liturgy-related financials, kept our association treasurer, Suranga Jayamana, very busy. I thank Suranga for his meticulously accurate and diligent work in keeping our accounts well. When we were able to do face-to-face events in the first half of our tenure, although with a change in restrictions time to time, we did our best to organize our community masses and special liturgical services. We celebrated special religious events such as All Souls Remembrance Mass, Christmas Carol Service, New Year's Eve Midnight Mass, the Feast of Our Lady of Lanka, Palm Sunday and Easter liturgies, and Worship, Prayer and Healing Night. Our liturgical committee, Lawrence Herft and Ruan Fernando, led by Priyan Fernando, and everyone in the committee worked hard to plan these events. A special mention goes to Lawrence for his passion to make our liturgies well. We had to make tough decisions because of these changes in restrictions to ensure we don't put your health and safety in jeopardy while trying to deliver quality services to you. The committee worked hard to ensure that we look all aspects carefully when planning those events. At times, we felt our efforts were not being fruitful by having congregations less than we expected, but we understood that some of you were unable to participate due to various health reasons associated with COVID. Hence, we did not give up in continuing to improve our services. We hope the next committee will reap the results of those improvements we have made by having better environment to offer the services soon, out of COVID and lockdown free. We have received numerous positive feedback from our community for our effective communications using various channels such as Facebook and WhatsApp group, not only emails, to keep you all well informed and the activities we do. I must thank our secretary, Christian Donru Kantha, and also our Assistant Secretary, Ruan Fernando, for working closely with me at the forefront of our communications with you and the broader community. Apart from our association auditor, Joy Pereira, we also had an unofficial internal auditor, and that was Elithambi Aramanathan, and I thank him for his insights and guidance. I haven't mentioned the name of one more member in the committee because he's special, and that member is Fidel Moldrich. Fidel has been very helpful in many ways for making the for actually marking the attendance register at our community masses to running a complete stall at the food fair by his family and friends. And he is our backup guy who stepped up to challenges every time without saying no. I thank Fidel. Most of you already know that we invested a lot of time to improve our music ministry, and we were passionate about it because we understood that is one aspect of making our liturgy celebrations extra special. Our association choir has been essential in uplifting our music ministry. I thank Dinali Golapati, Shanika Mihiravi, and Utpala Pinto in the choir led by Rosalie Fernando for their dedication to make our liturgies extra special. I know how much effort gone into practices, especially during lockdown. Our choir is a trilingual choir. We made every effort to learn Tamil hymns as well to make our liturgies inclusive to all. Apart from the regular choir members, our masses and online prayer services have also been assisted by many other individuals in the community by singing time to time, and there were too many to mention by names. I thank all of them as well. We have provided a platform to many to use their God-given talents to serve God while serving our community. We also discuss at length the future of other ministries such as children's ministry and youth ministry. We were quite advanced in promoting the children's ministry by commencing scripture studies for our children when we meet for our community masses, and planned few solutions with our Sri Lankan chaplain. Unfortunately, restrictions and lockdowns were against us implementing those face-to-face activities. While we haven't been able to implement everything we planned due to the obvious environmental issues, which were outside of our control, I am proud to say that our committee have implemented many initiatives to the benefit of our community. And based on various positive and constructive feedback we receive continuously and still continues to receive, we are happy to know that our community is interested in the work that we do, and they are with us in this journey, which makes all our efforts worthwhile. I also invite all of you to continue this journey even more actively with the new committee that will be elected at this AGM. Finally, I thank my family and the families of our executive committee members for their active support in the work we do, and also for their patience at times when we are busy day and night doing the work we love doing, serving God while serving our community. Thank you for listening. God bless you.